All right, now we're going to go into the evaluation process. All right, this is the hard part. What are the coaches looking at? So, I put this film up, and I ran for 2,000 yards, and I had 20 touchdowns, or I ran for 4 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, but what are they looking at? All right, so over the years, ours is probably as advanced as the best schools in the country in Division 1A. All right, but that's okay because it's going to match up to Division 3 to Division 1A. So the first thing we're going to look at are position-specific skills. Okay, wide receiver, I'll give as an example. All right, can he burst off the ball? Okay, and when he makes a cut, can he drop his weight? And can he change direction to the next cut? And can he burst out of that? And then can he do what? Does he got hands? All right? All right, so those are some of the things that we're going to look at. Does he have toughness? Can he stock block? All right? Does he play with effort? All right? Does he know the plays? Can he run the route tree? How is his long speed? Like, how fast is he? He might be quick, but can he run a 4.4? Or can he run a 10-800 meter? Can he fly by guys? So we're going to look at all these factors. There's about 10 at each position, all right? And those are called position-specific skills. They're different for every position. This developed in the NFL, came into college football. I was able to work with 10 to 12 guys that worked in pro football. We developed over the years, borrowed and developed this system, and I put it the way I wanted it. So at the end of the day, we have these position-specific skills. And then there's things called critical factors. Critical means they have to have it. So the position-specific skills, we're going to grade you about 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And then we're going to take these critical factors, and like defensive line is going to be size. You got to have size. So, that'll be a critical factor. Does he have size? If he doesn't have the critical factor, we're going to put a minus. If he's got a critical factor, we'll put a check. So we're going to take all this information, and that's how we're going to evaluate your on-field film. Okay? Then we're going to take your height to weight to speed ratio. College football or football in general is very simple. Do you have burst and acceleration? Can you run? All right? And are you tough? That's really what it comes down to. But it's all to do with change of direction and speed at every position, whether it's left tackle or running back or wide receiver, and it's all except for quarterback because it's its own animal. Okay? So they're going to take that height to weight to speed ratio. And then we're going to look at some very simple things. Character and intelligence. All right? So you have position-specific skills, critical factors, and then character and intelligence. Character and intelligence, this is what separates Bill Belichick from the rest of the NFL. Okay? Outside of a couple mistakes he's made on character and intelligence. All right? He wins in this era because most of the guys that he has have it in this era. It's impossible to do what he's done without guys that have character and intelligence. You can't do it. Very complex schemes, offensively and defensively. And then, he likes people to be able to do a bunch of different things. And they have to be smart to do it. You can't be a corner and a safety and then do special teams and then do something on offense at wide receiver if you're not smart enough to learn all this stuff. And he throws a lot at them. And he's very smart at that stuff. But he has to have guys that be able to take that information, be able to do it on the field. He's the best at it. So he holds that stuff in a high deal when he's doing his evaluations. So at the end of the day, when he does an evaluation and picks a guy, like he did in this past draft, just really don't question him. He did it for a reason. He has his own reason. You don't have the information. He does. And it's probably going to end up with 10 or more wins next year. All right? And it just don't happen. All right? Then the last thing we're going to talk about is production. When they turn on the film, you got to be productive. Quarterbacks, you got to be accurate. Third down, you got to make completions. All right? It's the biggest down in football. All right? If you're a quarterback and I'm a college coach, I'm taking every one of your third down throws in your entire career that I have on film, and I'm going to put it on film. I'm going to watch every one of them, and I'm going to see how accurate you are. When the pressure's on, can you make the play, or can you not make the play? Because at the end of the day, my job is on the line. So why wouldn't I want to know that? All right? So those are the things, in general, what we're going to look at on every single kid. At sometimes with 1,500 to 2,000 kids a year I would watch and eliminate based on this stuff. It's all elimination. I got 20 scholarships, 20. Look at 2,000 kids, and there's another, how many kids? There's 300,000 seniors in the United States of America. I'm only taking 20 guys. Now I'm in a Division 1A school, or I'm in a Division 3 school. I'm still only taking 20. And there's this many guys, and I need guys in here that can fit me academically and that can fit these position-specific skills and critical factors, fit my character and intelligence standards, and be able to be productive and win games for me. Because if I'm a recruiting coordinator, everything's going to come through me. And I look at a film like, this kid's dominating. And I call the high school coach, and Mike says, oh, yeah, he's playing for the middle school 18. Oh, that's an 18 film I saw? Oh, God. Well, I can't show that to the position coach or the recruiting coordinator. So as soon as he gets good enough film at the high school level, that's when you're going to make it. I don't care if it's freshman year. If it's a freshman that has come in and made plays and shows on film that he's better than all these guys he's playing against, then absolutely make the film and send it. So I think the college recruiters should be good enough looking at the film to take his height to weight to speed ratio, to take, you know, if it's a quarterback and he's running a wishbone, there's only like a handful of wishbone teams at Division 1A level, and he might not be that, but he might fit into a corner or a slot receiver or a running back. So you take his height to weight to speed ratio. What does he do good? Reaction, quickness, speed. What's his smarts? What's his vertical leap? What's his power, explosion? And you might predict. That's why they bring him to camp. And I'll get to that in a minute. But that's why they bring these guys to camp. Social media is awesome, right? I mean, connecting with all these people, one day ruin you. So it can help you all this time. You can laugh, retweet something, or tweet something you shouldn't, right? It'll stick with you forever. So just be careful with it. They're going to look at it. If they're investing money into it, don't think that they haven't paid someone or they have some student. We had it at the biggest schools I've been at. We have students just looking at your social media. Anything risque, they take a screenshot, they print it. They'll print like 4 or 5 things. They'll staple it. They'll come bring it to me. I'll bring it to the area coach like, look at this. We'll call the kid. Then we'll call somebody else. And then if we have to get it, if it all the way made it to the head coach, it's over. Gone. Drop them. I don't want them. You guys know about the stars, like Rivals.com? You guys know about all that? Yeah or no? So you guys don't even see Rivals.com, 247, Scout.com, all these recruiting services, right? Media guys, they're promoting you, and they can help you, all right? But at the end of the day, most of the events, and it's not just them, but most of the events that everybody goes to in college football, college coaches can't go to it. So if I'm a college recruiting coordinator and I can't go to an event, but I read an article on it, okay, let's get the kid to camp because I got to see it with my own eyes. College basketball can go to every AAU event in the country. There's stands just like this, and then right here you have the top 50 kids in the country on 10 different teams, and they play basketball for an entire weekend. Coaches come out of the stands and offer all these guys scholarships. College football can't happen. It's a totally different animal. So they have different rules. All right? So anything you go to that a college coach can't be at, just ask yourself, what am I getting out of it? If you're a parent, what am I getting out of this? I'm going to spend $50, $100, $125, $250. What am I going to get out of it? Okay, so how a college coach is going to see this? And there are things we can tell you in depth-wise that'll show you that we're not going to look at much of it. But we will get some names, and we will invite you to camp. When you come to camp, we're going to put you through drills that we see fit, that if we find out that you can do what we're asking you to do in our schemes and you can help us, and then you get the grades, you get the character, then we're going to take you. If not, we're going to, oh yeah, great job. And then you probably won't hear from us again. Or you may hear from us a little in case we lose 3 other guys that we're recruiting. And then we'll try to come back and get you. It's a game, all right? But at the end of the day, it's okay. They have a job to do. They have to do their job and they have to win. If they're not, they're not going to have a job anymore. So that's a business in itself, and you can't blame them for that. All right? So trying to educate you guys to figure out, and that's even at the Division III level. So it just ain't at the top tier Division I. It happens at every level, all right, where it could be there and then not be there in a split second.